I haven't filmed in so long. So I'm just putting on some lip gloss because my lips is just so ashy. I have not filmed in months, which is so sad because at first I was doing pretty good, but now I just fallen off. So today I will be doing a review on, of course, Juvia's place. I have been pronouncing the makeup company wrong, but y'all know what I was talking about. I got the mini palettes right here. This is the sweet pink, this one. And then I have the nude, which is that one. That's pretty dope. The chocolates, I like this one. It's more neutral. And then I have the violet. Then I have the berries. Now I don't really mess with pink. I probably only did like one makeup look that's pink. Now this is for sure a good challenge for me. This color right here, the sweet pinks. Oh yeah, I'm definitely about to try it. So as far as the product review goes, I'm going to go with the sweet pinks palette, and as far as the rest of the palettes, I'm just going to do a whole separate video because I feel like each palette deserves a separate video because I feel like so much goes into just one specific palette. So I just want to do one of each video. So for starters, I'm going to go with the sweet pinks, and I'm going to get started by using my daily moisturizer for my face because I just washed my face. So I'm just going to moisturize my face starting off. The second thing that I'm going to do is go with a face primer. I actually have a drugstore face primer. As you guys can see, I already did my eyebrows and I did one look on the other side. So for my eyebrows, I just wanted to show you guys what I use. So for my eyebrows, I use the Absolute New York, which is in the color Smoke. This is what it looks like. Before I even use the eyebrow pencil, I actually went in with my e.l.f., which is like a eyebrow slash primer. It's actually like my go-to. I absolutely love it. It keeps my eyebrows in line. I started off using this very beautiful pink. So I got some creases, so I'm just gonna blend that out because it will be looking really bad if I don't. So I'm gonna go in with that hot pink I just showed you guys. And I'm just going to build everything up. As far as like my face products, I just usually use the same products in the other videos. I haven't really been buying like foundations and different concealers in a while. So far, I don't have any fallout, which is pretty good. Color, and you know what's so crazy, because when it comes to like colors like this, I kind of expect it to have like a lot of fallout, but with this color I don't have a lot of fallout, which is, you know, pretty good. I'm not complaining. But one thing I dislike about the color, I have to keep coming, like I have to literally keep going back and forth to build this this color up. So I'm going literally, I went in like 5 times. Or maybe I'm just being dramatic, but it feels like 5 times. Okay, so once I'm finished with that color, I am going to go in with this beautiful, it's like a lemonade pink. Okay, so I'm just gonna go above the hot pink. Well, you can't really see it. So with this color, I'm noticing I'm definitely gonna have to go in a couple times because this pigmentation isn't really that good. Like, I can barely see it. I don't know if it has to do with my skin complexion, but it's really not popping up. I noticed on the other eyelid, I noticed it. Beautiful palette, don't get me wrong, but for me to have to keep going back and forth, I'm going back in with that neon pink that I started with because you guys can't really see it. Again, I'm not going to bring this color up. I'm actually going to go in with my P. Louise brush set. I'm gonna start in this area, but I'm gonna go in with that hot pink that I started with. Again, I'm just dabbing, that's it. I'm gonna go in with this color. Again, it doesn't have a name. So for my foundation, I use the color Juvia, and then for my concealer, I use the number 14.
It isn't only physical, yeah. The way you make me see things, girl, is more important. I wanna make you see the world, yeah. Take you on a trip that you can feel the void and baby, you telling me things you ain't telling nobody, no.
I'm gonna go in with my beauty blender.
Ain't telling nobody, no. You just gotta put your trust in me, I'll keep it on the low. Don't know why you're stalling again. Baby, say you want it again. I know that you've been falling for me, so baby, lay with me. I don't know if it's yes or no, yeah. Girl, you gotta tell me if it's lust or love, yeah, love, yeah. I don't wanna push my luck, yeah. If you love me, then just prove me wrong, yeah, wrong, yeah. I'm drowning again.
Actually, a bronzer is called Prodigy.
So baby, go take off your clothes.
So as far as the eyeshadow goes, I'll probably rate it like, I'm going to say a 7 because I did have to go in a lot to build up the color. But as far as like the fallout of the eyeshadow, I will give it a 10. I love the packaging. I love the packaging. I love the colors. You know, I already love the brand itself, but I didn't get a chance to actually test out all of the colors. This is actually my favorite brush to actually contour my nose. I just feel like I have more control over it.
The way your body gravitates, I'm loving every move you make. I love the way you say my name. I'm loving every noise you make. I'm drowning again. I need you.
That's it. Well, it's not it. I'm not finished, but almost. So I'm going to give you guys like an update on my life, because I was actually going to do a separate video, and I know I'm all over the place, but I just feel like it's just so much to talk about because I haven't seen y'all in like months. So I just quit my job the other day. I had 2 jobs and it was hell. It was hell. It was really hell. So when I say it was hell, it was just, I don't feel like it was worth the money. And then COVID residents were going to be there, and I just feel like no money is worth being around that. You know, some people are made to do it, but I'm not one of those people to do it. I'm sorry, but I'm not doing it. But I still have a job. I just quit my second job because I just felt so overwhelmed and my body was tending to like, it was starting, I just felt more weaker than usual. And I didn't want to be around COVID residents and you know, with a weak immune system, like, and you know, I just didn't want to be around that. But anyhow, like I was saying, yeah, it was just way too much and it was not worth the money. I love the experience. So where I worked at, it was like a rehab center. So it makes sense for them to bring in the COVID residents. But at the same time, when I signed up for the job, there was no COVID people at my job. So I was okay being there. Of course, residents did catch COVID here and there, but they got sent out. So I just felt like when they told me that we would have to bring in like COVID residents to the facility, you know, that just kind of put me on edge because I'm like, no, not only do I have a second job, I don't want to just come home with it. I just don't want to get married. But yeah, I just didn't feel like it was worth it. I didn't feel like I was like, no, I'm on a money. And I know what I signed up for, but I I didn't know what I wanted about it. Everybody's always on edge and anxiety is always there all the time. But I just didn't feel right either because I just didn't want to bring it home and give it to anybody, you know. No. And they were like paying $24 for you, $25 an hour for you to actually go on that side. And I'm like, I'm not pressed about that. Like, no. People are dying from this. You know, it's not a joke. It's not worth the money. But to each his own. Some people jump to it. Some people actually did jump to it, which was like a shocker. Because I'm like, didn't you just say such and such just died in your family? Okay. Like I said, to each his own. You know, go ahead and do what you gotta do. But that's not what I gotta do. So I'm gonna go on with my blush set, which is by Juvia, Yara, and Zopa. Being at that facility has taught me that I no longer want to be a CNA because I just felt like it was certain things that I could manage, but it was certain things where I was literally about to throw because I just couldn't do it. It's my first time really getting experience of what it takes to be a CNA, and it requires so much patience because residents can be very needy, especially when they don't have visitors. You know, you tend to have a bond. They see you every day, so they just feel like the need to bother you every freaking hour or I don't know, second. Meant to be in the medical field any longer because it was some things I just couldn't stomach, and I usually don't have a weak stomach. So for me to have a weak stomach there, it was awful. It was awful. But the experience was fun. I love my residents. Don't get me wrong. Okay. I'm gonna go on with some blush actually because I just feel kind of naked with it. So I'm gonna go pink right here. Oh, they were so needy. Like, they're worse than kids. They are worse than kids. I didn't even know that could actually be possible, but I don't have kids, so I wasn't. I'm just gonna go back in with some bronzer just to like tone it down. I am not a blush girl. Definitely gotta brush that out. this video, I don't know what to call this video because personally I just feel like I did a lot of ranting. I did the product review. I just feel like I was just all over the place, but I haven't seen you guys in months, so I just want to let some things out. As far as the product go, this palette right here, and I'm just going to be completely honest, as far as the pigmentation for this palette, which is pronounced the Sweet Pinks by Juvia, I was a little disappointed as far as the colors because I had to go in a lot to pick up the colors. Again, I don't know if it has to do something with my skin complexion, I don't know. But the simple fact that I actually had to go in like a lot of times it was annoying. But besides that, I love the packaging. As always, like that's really what catches my eye is the packaging. The pigmentation could be better. The color choice, I really liked it. I feel like relatable. When I say relatable, they really like go hand in hand together. So it was an easier way for me to actually combine it together. Even though I didn't get a chance to test run all the colors, I just want to show you guys. I'll try this arm. I'll show you guys what it looks like. Again, this palette doesn't have names for the colors, so that's why I really had to like hold it up and point to the colors because of course it doesn't have names on it, which really sucked. Yeah, I didn't like that either. Like, if you're gonna have like a mini palette like this, I just expect it to have some names on it, so when I do give a review, I don't have to like, hey, look at this. I could just be like, oh, so you can check out such and such, and this is what I'm about to place on my eye, you know. I'm not really like a fan of hot pink, so for me to actually like the colors, that's kind of like a big deal for me personally. What else? Oh, the fallout as far as the eyeshadow, it was fallout. Of course it's always going to be fallout, but the amount is what matters. With this palette, it wasn't a lot of fallout. As you guys can see, if you rewind it, you'll see that underneath my eyes it wasn't a lot, like you can barely see it, which was like a good thing to me personally. Besides that, I really give this palette a 7. Just the simple fact that I had to keep going in just to pick up the colors. That is very annoying to me, but besides that, everything it was good. Didn't have any problems besides. Again, as far as this video goes, since I haven't seen you guys or talked to you guys in months, I kind of ranted a little bit, so I don't really know what I'm gonna name this video. I really don't, to be honest. Yeah, I have fun with this palette. It was a good experience with dealing with the pink, but I just want to thank you guys for tuning in today, because I really do appreciate it, because you guys didn't have to do it. But thank you guys so much for taking out the time to watch me. I love you guys. Happy New Year. Make sure you make some good goals. And I'll see you guys in the next video. I love you guys.